at some point they did want to take my phone away from me.
Well, it looks that Hulk is following the same arc that Thor Ragnarok set. Did you get a say in what his troubles would be in this film? And did Thor Ragnarok change the way you played him in mocap, perhaps?
Yes. So we kind of, Marvel's very good at talking to the actors, and Joe and Anthony were very inclusive of us when they were writing the script. There was a lot of discussions about, you know, coming out of Ragnarok, how is Banner different, how is Hulk different, and I really appreciate that because it does feel like it's a continuous thing. And some of the things we started in Thor Ragnarok are carried out through the rest of Infinity War, and both 1 and 2.
Could you give us a sense of what it was like on set to have so many secrecy? What was your clearance status on set? Did you have the script? Did you get to read the script?
I got to read the script. Although, whenever you read the script, then they take it away from you. So you get to read it, and then they take it away. Then you get it, and then they give you new pages, and then they got to take the old pages. The days that you work, you have to turn in the sides at the end of the day. It's very different. You don't get to live with it as much as you normally would. Some things you don't even see until the day you're shooting. I've gotten used to that, but they at some point they did want to take my phone away from me.
Because of what we know happened.
Yes, they see me as a liability.
Traditional workplace brains. Who are you? David. I'm Scourge. We fought together on Men Quit home.
Is it really daunting to do these press junkets that just by sheer statistics you're bound to say something at some point?
Something bad?
Yeah, because you're just human.
I've done that. I'm very human.
My enthusiasm and excitement and passion is certainly there for where we're at now.
Yeah, it's you know where not to go now. You learn that the hard way. Barry, you don't want to have to deal with Barry.
And did it change how you played him physically, maybe in motion capture?
Yes, because you know, now we see Hulk, who's independent of Bruce Banner a little bit for the first time. He doesn't only have to be angry to exist. And so you could get a lot more nuances. You know, there's someone who's angry has a very different kind of physical, than someone who can be more relaxed and listen and have a conversation. So, yeah, everything changed. And Banner became a little bit more accessible, or a little more excitable. He doesn't have to keep everything contained, because he can't turn into the Hulk just because he's angry.
To bring together a group of remarkable people.
You know, the directors and the producers are making a lot of effort to protect fans' experience in cinemas. Do you sometimes wish we lived in simpler times when you enter a cinema without knowing too much about the film, or do you like reading about a film before watching it?
I kind of like wandering into a film and finding it there. That's always interesting and surprising. But I also understand, I mean, these are comic books, so the whole nature of it is like backstory and knowing the characters and knowing their backstory. I mean, there's a whole part of the comic books that the movies feed into, and I think it works really well for this universe, you know, for what Marvel does. And then the relationship with their fans. It's a much more inclusive and responsive relationship than a movie studio would normally have. And so I think part of the experience and why it's such a new phenomenon is because we do have that constant back and forth within it, you know. Maybe in a little independent movie, it's not so great, but yeah, in this type of movie, I think it's a fun little thing, and a lot of people can be involved in ways that they normally wouldn't be.
What Infinity Stone would Mark Ruffalo benefit more from having?
The time stone. I'm 50 now. I don't know if you've noticed, but I've aged in these 10 years. And I'm 50 now. That's like a serious number for people. So I wouldn't mind a time stone.
We're also celebrating 10 years of the MCU, and I wanted to ask you, what, leaving Infinity War aside, what would be your favorite scene of the MCU films?
Leaving Infinity War aside, I always love the stuff between Tony and I like the science bro stuff.
Help me process.
So
You with me?
I was, yeah.
Anytime I got to be with Robert Downey Jr. was I think really fun and exciting stuff.
Where did I lose you?
Elevator in Switzerland.
So you heard none of it?
I'm sorry. I'm not that kind of doctor.
The scenes that I'm in anyway. I always think the scene when we introduce Black Widow in Avengers and she beats the crap out of all those guys, that's an amazing scene.